Hey, what's up guys, it's Mike back here again, and today I will be nuking this 10-gallon moss tank. Now you guys might be wondering where all the moss went. I have already bleached the moss in about 40% bleach dip solution. This is very strong and it could harm your moss. There's a little bit, tiny pieces of moss that were left overnight in it, and you can see there's a little bit of trumpet snails in the moss. You can see that the moss just completely turned white and transparent. So the little moss that got left in there overnight just completely died. But then this one is rinsed off and it's in this bucket, so it should be technically clean. Now the parasite that I'm dealing here with is Hydra. Hydra is just, putting my fingers here so the camera can focus. Hydra is basically this little thing that lives on the glass. Okay guys, what we're gonna do now is just, after I took out all of my moss and bleach dipped it, if you guys have any fish, just isolate them in a certain tank. Hydra cannot stick to fish, but it will, if a little bit of it gets on your net, it will stick. So what I'm gonna do is just basically pour bleach into the aquarium, and what I'm gonna end up doing is just, unfortunately we're gonna have to kill every single living thing in this aquarium by pouring bleach in, but let's go. Let's see what happens. Let's turn on the light and drop it in. Just a ton of bleach right there. And after I drop it in, we're gonna take a look at the glass. Okay guys, so it's been about 5 minutes and the bleach smells just intolerable. It just smells so much like bleach here. Everything has died, and then there's these little air bubbles coming up from the bottom of the tank. Also guys, it's pretty interesting, the remaining moss is like getting really thin and it's becoming very light green. Like I showed you the one in the bucket that was left overnight, it just became like transparent yellow color. So that's also kind of cool. So it's time to take it out here. We're going to start by removing my lamp, my trusty good old lamp that's been serving this aquarium for over a year now. Putting it down on the ground. And there's a whole bunch of interesting black seed thingies in the water if you guys just look over here. They're next to the frog bit. It's interesting because they just suddenly appeared out of nowhere. So what I'm going to do, I decided not to use a hose or a siphon, it's a small aquarium. I'm just going to use my clean water thing that I use, vase that I use for clean water, and just gently take it out and pour it. So now guys, what I'm going to do is basically take the aquarium, it has enough water in it, I'm going to take one last scoop out, and it's bleach water, so you just need to be careful not to spill it on yourself, because you guys can see that my bucket over here is already filled up. I don't want to fill it up anymore because it might overfill. Just take that out, and what I'm going to do now is just pick up the aquarium and carry it outside. So what I'm going to do, it has enough water, it should not break. Of course there's that slight chance that it might. This is how I've carried it before, just drain most of the water, and then the aquarium just sliding it off the table that it was on. And then it should be, boom, picked it up right here. It should be safe to pick up. And we're going to carry it outside here. Taking it outside, careful not to splash the bleach water. Here, got the door opening here for me. Thank you. And I'm just going to set it down on top of this plastic. No, that's not going to work. Cut. Okay guys, so I got it down on the plastic container. This is where I will take out the remaining water and basically dump everything into a big plastic bag and throw it away, because this is all done. It's infected with planaria, hydra, and some weird detritus worms. So I drained all the water out, and now I'm just going to take whatever's left in here and just pour it into the plastic bin over here. I'm just going to grab it and dump it. And wow. Surprisingly guys, wow, that's a lot of substrate we had in there. quite a large pile over here. What I'm just gonna do is just get rid of it because it's been bleached off, but it's not completely bleached off. I don't want to risk anything again, and we'll just be bleaching the tank last now, after I get the last rocks out. Okay guys, so I rinsed out the remaining rocks in the aquarium. You guys can see that I had some kind of weird algae growth on the bottom of the tank too. There's a whole bunch of weird stuff, like looks like there's a sticker on the bottom of the tank. I've had it for so long I don't even remember. And the water evaporated, there's like mineral stains all over the glass and everything, algae stains on the sides. It's basically a huge mess. And what I'm gonna do is just pour in a good amount of Clorox right now. I have half a bottle left, half a gallon or something. And just let it sit there for a little bit on the bottom. I'll pour in a little bit more because there's a layer that's not covered. Let's make sure it gets covered. Okay, so there's a good amount, and instantly you guys could see that this stain thing on the bottom is beginning to disappear. And we'll just let it sit for a little bit, and then I'll fill up the tank.
Invincible.